Sziasztok, hogy vagy, minden jó, minden rendben. Hi everyone, we're back here with Puro Ingles Hungarian. And today we have a new topic. So we're going over the subjunctive and HADD, which is part of that subject. So subjunctive, think of it as a mood, you know, things that aren't fact. They're like should, would, may, and let's is like allow type of meaning. So this trigger word, it is frozen. It doesn't conjugate. It changes the meaning to mean like let's. So HADD, menjek, let's go. That's what the coach said, the NZ. And HADD, lássam, that's like let's see. So before we go in depth with the subjunctive, let's talk about wordplay. As in light of the World Cup, we brought back the soccer pitch. Because it's a game. Hungarian is like mathematics. It's quite an interesting language. So when we're speaking Hungarian, the verbs come late. If you want them to. It depends how you want, what emotion you want to convey. Because when the verb comes late, it builds tension with the action. So, for example, én olvasom a könyvet. So, olvasom, read. So, I read the book. Könyvet is the accusative, direct object. And they're in the defense position. Once you want to start attacking, you know, you could emphasize könyvet, the book. A könyvet olvasom. It's the book that I read. Okay? So then from there, you go, boom, goal. But he blocks it with mit olvasol. It's a question. He's asking you, what are you reading? You know, and it's just a game of conversation. Capoeira makes things into a world of games. Physical through the mouth or through a more enhanced version with your feet and lengths of field. So, let's just look at the pitch. Let's go at the defense. We have the goals, you know. The guy with the N, te, U, I, U, U, he, she, right there, no gender, Hungarian. And then, you know, our defense position is like ma, today, Holnap, tomorrow, Budapesten. We have, you know, in Budapest. And then we have like the ball, the action that's in play, you know, or not the action, but like the object, the noun. So a labdat, you know, you have the ball, a könyvet, the book. All right, and you have different styles, you know, you could play. You know, these are like gyorsan, yeah, fast. Nagyon, very. Most, now. Okay, like a labdat, rugum. So the ball, I kick. And then in the goalie area, you know, you have some verbs, you know, rugum, kick, I kick, olvasom, I read, látom, I see. Okay, so just think, the verb fires the sentence. The focus determines what the shot is about. Okay? So we could look at this sentence right here. HADD, maradjon, ithon, ha, akar. Okay, so HADD brings that meaning of allow, let. Maradjon, we have the subjunctive conjugation of he or she. So allow him, her to stay home, if she or he wants. So akars would be you, and maradjunk would be us. Let us stay home if you want. Okay, and the next one we have HADD, vejen, meg est az autót. Okay, so again, HADD. Vejen, this is from the root word of ves, which is to buy. And this irregular conjugates as a subjunctive with the gy, so it's lejen. And the m signifies myself. Allow me. And then meg, not confused with meg, still, meg is more like complete success. And then this car. Allow me to buy this car. Okay. And we continue with the subjunctive with ahar torek sik hoj ui alast kapyon. So here's the subjunctive right here with the yon. And we know we have toward, strives, she strives, hoj that the job position receives. You see that? So he basically wants to get a new job, trying to get it. So we're actually going to look at these right now, like really in depth. So right now we've been watching this for like 6 minutes. So let's flip this around and look what we got over here. So we're talking a bit deeper into this because this is some information that is very important. So, ahar, toward that. Tud rek sik, he or she strives. Hoj, that. Or how, if you want it as a question. Ui, new. Alasht, the accusative for job position. Kapyon, the subjunctive he or she may get. So, he or she strives to get the new job position, right? And for the next one, we have, well, to get back, just so we have more clarity, halash is job position without the accusative. Yon, subjunctive, third person. Kap, gets. Kapyon, may get, right? And then if you said had kapyon, it's like let him get. Hoj, kapyon, is like he may get. Some nuance in that sentence. So next sentence we have figel mez tet ahar hoj ne felate shem el. Right, this is some crazy looking letters. So we could break things down, just break them down. So we'll look at this first word. So figel, it just means pay attention, figel, right? And then figel meztet, to warn, to remind. Such contrary ideas. And then we have figel meztet et, which is she reminded. So he or she warned or reminded. Right? Here's the past tense. And here, right here, you see that? That's the word. Ahar, toward that, about that. Hoj, ahar hoj, ne. This is the negating. And then we have felate shem el. So confusing it may look, it is actually straightforward. Let's go. So felate. So you could look lei, like, think the lei like law in Portuguese, or lei, the Romanian currency, and that's the infinitive. So you could just think of it as right here, felate. So you got some root in there. And then shem is a subjunctive ending for I with the definite object. So subjunctive, remember that. Very important. And then felate, I forget it. Still present, right? And then felate shem, sh, it's just that S right there. Sh, just a simple sh sound. And you got the subjunctive. It's crazy how you have to train your ears to really pick up on the meaning. So then L, it takes it away. It's like away, or it completes the action. So to really completely, in this sense, forget, El fele tetem. El fele tetem. Repeat that. And that completes the forgetting in the past. So with the past, you got depending on vowel harmony. So we have this final portion right here. So we could look at this, he or she reminded me that so I don't forget this completely. That's why you don't translate things directly, you just know them. You see this and you're like, okay, he or she warned, okay, about that. I shouldn't forget, right? That's what it is. And let's just look at some conjugation for this important word right here, because to strive for something I see as an important action. So we have tudorek sem, tudorek sel, tudorek sunk, tudorek setek, tudorek senek. So I, you, we, you, all, they. Tudorek, tudorek sem, tudorek sel, tudorek sunk. Right? It's such strange letters, but I find them enjoyable, and the more you say them, the more you start to have an emotion attached to the words, to really understand the culture that comes from this Hungarian history, language, steps. All right, step by step, we will complete this. So there's no homework today, just a matter of absorbing this information. So we'll just repeat these one more time and we'll finish off this class. So ahar torek sik hoj ui alash kapion. Figel mestet tet ahar hoj ne feleit shem el. All right. Well, that's it for today. Vison latasha and adios.